Hello, welcome back to Roast the Week, and what a week it's been. I just want to take a moment to thank Jackmate for coming on the podcast and giving me a shout out. It genuinely means a lot, and the comments and messages have been absolutely brilliant to read and reply to, and the best bit is, I haven't even groomed a single one of you yet. Isn't that good of me? Cheers to that. Shame the same can't be said for some YouTubers though. So I've been reading through some of your comments, and a few stood out. You remind me of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Thanks for that. I remind you of a bald man made out of clay whose only friend is his dog. Brilliant. To be honest, I'd rather you said the dog. I'd rather look like the dog than Wallace. I mean, it can only be the ears, surely. Other comments included, is that Stephen Tries in disguise? Ahoy hoy! Of course it's not Stephen Tries in disguise. If he's in disguise, he wouldn't choose a face like this, would he? Come off it. Anyway, let's get on with things. Lots has happened this week. The coronavirus has dominated headlines with Donald Trump saying, "There's no reason to panic at all." Oh, well then, that's reassured me. The man who doesn't believe in climate change doesn't want me to panic. I mean, taking medical advice from Donald Trump is like letting Rolf Harris babysit. You know, you wouldn't do it, would you? It makes no sense whatsoever. Whilst on the subject of deviance, Harvey Weinstein was found guilty of rape and sexual assault this week, and even without those convictions, he's just a very ugly man, isn't he? And that's coming from me. You know, it's fantastic news for the women that went through such horrific time as a result of the horrible things that Harvey Weinstein did. It's fantastic for them to finally get justice. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, keep him locked up for as long as you want, okay? Because do we ever really want to ever see his face ever again? He's just a pathetic blob, isn't he? And quite rightly, that is all he will be remembered for. This is the sort of time where you sort of wish that the survival of the fittest was still a thing, because let's be honest, he'd have been gone a long time ago. Coronavirus would have eaten him up on day one. The Pope was also tested for coronavirus this week, and the results came back negative. Thank God. The coronavirus wasn't the only thing being spread this week. There was also a big OnlyFans leak. So I've heard. I've not researched it. I've not researched it, but from what I've heard, thousands of explicit images and videos were released to the public. I mean, imagine that though. You know, you've been selling pictures of your todger to Roger for £10 a month, and then suddenly one day it's been banded around the office willy-nilly. Oh, look at this. Frank's been selling pictures of his little George Michael to strangers on the internet. I feel bad for them. I don't. I couldn't care less, to be honest. And from one tit to another, Boris Johnson announced plans to help flood victims. Oh wait, no he didn't. Boris Johnson announced his partner is having a baby. How many kids is that now, Boris? I mean, who knows? He certainly doesn't. He's had more mistresses than I've had mattresses. What a lad. You know, just pulling left, right and centre. Whatever the political views, you know, and yet the only thing I can pull is a muscle. So yes, this week Boris Baby was trending on Twitter after Boris Johnson and his partner announced they were expecting a baby. Not the first time a Conservative's balls up a withdrawal. So imagine the moment that child realises Boris Johnson is his dad. Oh. Jesus Christ, someone should be back in the womb. You've got to feel for him. Or her. It. But at least Boris can be sure he is the father of this one, unless Dominic Cummings has had her on strings as well. We'll soon find out if he comes out bald. From bald babies to balding babies, Jake Paul spat his dummy out after Zayn didn't want to talk to him. I mean, who could blame him, to be honest? I'd rather talk to Morgs. I'd rather have him shouting in my ear every other minute with the occasional spray of saliva that inevitably follows than chat to Jake Paul, and that is saying something. Gigi Hadid stepped in and completely wiped the floor with Jake Paul in one tweet. I mean, I've not seen him hit a low this bad since he started scamming kids for an easy few quid. Some more YouTuber news, not that anyone should really care, but Jojo Siwa has got a boyfriend apparently, and congratulations to her. I've no idea what sort of guy would be interested in a multi-millionaire child star. Drake? Also this week, JayStation's channel finally got demonetised by YouTube. They're a few years too late really, aren't they? But I'm gutted for the guy. I mean, how dare they stop him from monetising slavery and the death of celebrities? He was making a few quid off that. Who's going to call the dead people now? Their 3AMs are going to be completely free. They're going to have nothing to do. They're going to have to get a full night's sleep for once. What's ironic about all this is, it's actually his channel that's now dead and buried. In other news, British comedian Joe Lycett changed his name to Hugo Boss this week in support for small businesses and charities that have been told they can't use the word boss behind a big fashion brand. So hang on a second, first they clothed the Nazis, and now they're forcing small businesses and charities to pay thousands in legal fees. The cheek of them. They'll launch a fragrance with ISIS next. Try the all-new range of explosive smells from Hugo Boss to help you feel the bomb. Right in the mouth. There goes my brand deal with Hugo Boss. Some more YouTuber news for you as well. This week we had some random YouTuber star that sort of took off a little bit. I mean, she's quite clearly fake, but I'm sort of trying to work out exactly what the point is at this moment in time. The channel's called I Am Sophie. You might have heard about it. A couple of YouTubers spoke about it, but it just seemed like a bit of sort of bait that's being chucked out there in order to get some of the commentary YouTubers to sort of latch onto it and start speaking about her. Maybe that's the aim behind it. Maybe there is another YouTuber behind this idea for the channel. I don't really know, but some of the videos so far have been interesting, to say the least. I mean, this one's titled The New Queen of YouTube. Right, okay, well, it's your first video, so it's a bold statement. And also, Zoella's still alive, so, you know, you've got a lot of competition there. Have you sold a calendar? No, you haven't. I mean, this channel's got Josh Peters written all over it. It looks like some sort of setup that he'd do, doesn't it? There's no way I'm buying that this is a real person. It just seems like a female version of that guy that was sort of trending last year, you know, that really sort of arrogant one that was like bigging himself up on private jets and stuff. And it's like, your dad did it all, do you know what I mean? Your dad just built everything and you're just trotting along. I forget his name, he's a very forgettable person despite all the money.
I am Sophie. Young, popular, talented.
Well, I mean, you can sort of debate all three of those, can't you? Young, I don't know, let's see some ID, please. Secondly, how popular are you? Because you're the only person in all of these shots at the moment, so you seem like a bit of a loner, if anything. And thirdly, talented. Yeah, whatever you say, Sophie.
I am a friend, a daughter, a sister.
Sorry, what's your point here? You've got relatives? Oh, well done.
When you're in the middle of a hurricane, you don't get to stop and look around and realise, am I being real?
Right, first of all, that sort of doesn't make sense, okay? Because quite literally the saying is when you're in the eye of the hurricane, everything is still. So actually being in the middle of the hurricane is the best place to be. But go on.
Am I being me?
Jesus Christ. Don't really care, to be honest with you. I mean, to me this looks completely fake, but you never know. It might just be a one-woman show. It might be someone that's completely lacking any self-awareness, but it's unlikely. I think someone has brought her in, a Josh Peters or Leon, whatever what's his name? Lush? Or have I got mixed up with the bath bomb company? Is it Leon Lush or something? What is it? Yeah, it's Leon Lush, isn't it? Leon Lush, with no association to the bath bomb company. Next video is called Rich Girl Lives on £10 for a Day. Brackets, failed. Stealing Alfie Day's video ideas here.
Ben, don't film me now. I've got eye bogies.
It's almost like she's reading off a script every time she talks.
We're going to this really cute studio. It's like hella bougie and kind of tight.
Again, just sounds so sort of orchestrated and scripted. It just sounds like some sort of made in Chelsea type vlog on YouTube. So, absolute garbage. Next. Some smaller news stories to finish off with that you might well have missed this week. Woman has 31 fingers and toes. Bet she doesn't bother painting them, does she? It takes far too long. You know, it'd annoy me not having an equal amount as well. Either make it 30 or 32. Because my OCD's going off the rails at the moment. And how does she buy gloves and shoes? You know, you wouldn't bother, would you? Too much faffing about. Another small story for you. There's a woman that urinates alcohol despite never drinking it. And so this is a woman somewhere, can't remember where, to be honest. Basically, whenever she needs the loo, she actually urinates out pure alcohol because something in her body converts the sugars into alcohol or something. I'm not a doctor, I don't know. It's just weird, to be honest. She doesn't drink alcohol, and yet she's constantly sort of staggering around, probably bumping into stuff. That's evolution, that is. You know, she'll be doing breweries out of business soon. It's all just built into her, so good luck to her. She's constantly got it on tap. Fair play. So that's pretty much everything for this week's Roast of the Week. Thank you very much for watching. I just want to quickly say that I've obviously seen a lot of you have been going back to some of my old videos and you've been commenting on them, watching them, and I really appreciate you doing that. And so to help out people that do want to go back and look at some of the older videos, I have decided to put some of my favourites in the description below for you to go watch if you'd like to, because obviously, you know, I'm uploading maybe once or twice a week, and if you do have some time to spare, then there are some of those older videos back from, you know, 6 months, 12 months ago that you can find in the description below. Some links to those as well if you want to go and watch them. Thank you all so much for the support recently, I really do appreciate it. Of course, Jack has been absolutely incredible in his support and giving me a shout out and also coming onto the podcast. Thank you very much to him. Thank you very much for all of your nice messages and all your comments as well. I really do appreciate it, and it's great being able to read and reply to those. Thank you all so much for watching, and I appreciate you dropping a like on this video and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Trying to push towards 25,000 subscribers, and of course that is now the next step for us. Not that far away either. Obviously it's taken a long time from 20 to to 25,000, but things have just been obviously sped up massively by Jack. So thank you all to the new people that have joined. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you shortly for the next video. I tend to do 1 or 2 every single week, so I'll be back very shortly. You can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.